20 minutes later.
Hello everyone, welcome back. As you can see, today's video is about Sigils and Enchant. It seems that there are still some points that are not clear about Sigils. So in this video, I will help you understand everything about Sigils and Enchant. Let's dive in. The most common questions about Sigil is whether the position matters. You might wonder why people care about the position of Sigils. If equipping 3 of the same Sigil gives you the set effects, then why not just equip them in any position? Well, the position is important, and I'll explain why and how to determine the position number. Firstly, every Sigil already has 2 predetermined skills based on the position number. Let's take the Thunder Damage Sigil that Tsukuyomi equips as an example. If you check the skill effects of the Sigil, you will see that there are already 2 skills that will be unlocked at level 30 and 40. These 2 skills are predetermined based on the position number. If you look at position number 1 and 2, you will find that these 2 Sigils have different skills. Now let's check out all of 6 positions together. You will notice that skill on position 1, 3 and 5 are damage related, while position 2, 4 and 6 are related to defense and HP. The damage related skills in this position are not so useful. This is why position 1, 3 and 5 are recommended. I will explain which skills are important to get later, so let's continue for now. Another Sigil that you equip together with the Thunder Damage Sigil for Tsukuyomi is the Rage Sigil. Let's check the position number and predetermine the skills of the Rage Sigil. Now it shows that even numbered positions give damage related skills, while odd numbered positions give defense and HP related skills. This is why these positions of Sigil are recommended. Usually one set of even numbered positions and one set of odd numbered positions are recommended. However, if you watched my Kuni guide, the recommended Sigil set is Witch Sigil with position 1, 2 and 3, together with the Critical Sigil in position 4, 5 and 6. You might wonder why it's different now, and you will find the answer once you check the predetermined skills of these Sigils. Let's check the Witch Sigil first. Now the attack related skills are at the position 1, 2 and 3. So these positions are selected. What about the Critical Sigil? Opposite to the Witch Sigil, all the attack related skills are now at position 4, 5 and 6. If we choose all the attack related Sigils, then the set will look like this. So this is why the position is important and how to determine the position of Sigils. Now let's talk about what you need to do once the Sigil hits level 40. You'll need to do Gen Zone Restruction. This will give an additional 20% bonus on stats. Just note that Sigils without Gen Zone bonus, such as the Sigils you buy from the trading zone, can also undergo reconstruction. So don't try to farm Sigils only with Gen Zone bonus. As you can see, this Critical Sigils gets additional stats now. Additionally, this Clarifying Reconstruction will give a total of 40 bonus stats, but it binds the bonus to a single unit. For example, this Sigil is now bound to S rank Poseidon. You can see that the bonus is now 40%, and the bonus stats will not be added if you equip this Sigil on another unit. However, this process requires 20 reconstructors for each Sigil, and a total of 120 reconstructors for a full set. So I recommend doing it later when you have enough resources. Let's move on to Enchant now. Before you start, don't forget to fuse blue and purple modules into gold ones. You might be wondering why not just use blue or purple modules to get the first desired skill, and then lock and roll with the gold module for the second skill. There are a couple of reasons for this. Firstly, blue and purple modules have a low possibility of getting useful damage related skills. Secondly, locking and rolling for the second skill is not very easy. It consumes 5 times the resources, and the possibility of getting a damage related skill is still pretty low. In fact, getting 2 lines of desired damage related skill is one of the endgame contents in Aether Gazer. I have seen people in the community using over 400 modules to get the desired second skill and still not getting it. On the other hand, gold modules will give you 2 skills at once, and sometimes if you are lucky, you'll get 2 useful skills at once and can move on to another slot. So fuse blue and purple modules into gold ones and use them to enchant. Now let's talk about which skills you should aim for. Small tip is red color is damage related skill, blue is utilities, and yellow is defense related skills. The top 3 priorities are attack, critical rate, and critical damage. These 3 skills are the most efficient at increasing your damage output, especially the attack bonus. Other skills such as HP related or defense related are not as efficient or important unless it's a healer unit. However, attack bonus is still most important to healer too, since the healing amount will be increased based on attack. To aim for these skills to reach around level 8 first. The level of skills is determined by adding up the same skills. For example, Kuni's Sigil set will have 6 of attack bonus and 2 of critical rate and damage. So when you check the total level, it shows that the attack bonus is at level 6 and critical rate and damage at level 2. Now we aim to get 2 more levels of attack and 6 more levels of critical rate and damage. Let me show you a short demo of how I do enchant. Firstly, I use a gold module and roll until I get one of the 3 damage related skills. Now I got attack, but I don't select it first, as I need 2 of attack bonus anyway. I move to another slot and roll again. This time I get attack with the ultimate skill charge. This one is better than attack with rage skill, as Kuni is not a rage type, so I'll choose this one instead. I repeat the same step for critical rate and damage. So the skills I will look for will look like this. You can also go for element damage and skill damage, but these skills are slightly less important than critical rate and damage. Another tip is that based on the unit, some blue skills can be effective too. For example, this energy charge is good for Poseidon and Azura, as they suffer from a lack of energy sometimes. Dodge related skills are also good for any unit that needs to perform skill cancel frequently, such as Azura. You don't specifically need to aim for these, but if they come with the damage related skills, like in the example with Kuni, you can choose them. Lastly, if you transcend your units to triple S rank, the skill levels on the Sigil will increase by 1. For example, this Sigil has 1 attack and 1 skill damage skill, but Bujembo's rank is triple S, so if you check the total level, it will be increased to level 2. Please note that skill levels cannot exceed the maximum cap. If you get a level 8 attack skill, it cannot go beyond level 8. It will simply stay at level 8. So in this case, you just need to reach level 7, and the triple S rank bonus will make it level 8. In addition, there will be another update on Sigil's code worth in future, so I'll make a video on it when it comes to a global version. So that was my guide on Sigils and Enchant. I hope this guide has been helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.